Guys, a harsh truth is that when you avoid problems all the time, you don't know how to deal with problems. You just don't. Like, if you avoid every single conflict in your life or something that makes life harder for you, you won't know how to deal with anything. Like, you really won't know how to look at a situation and be like, okay, what is the next step I need to do? You'll just be like, because you don't know what it is like to deal with problems, you know? You don't know what it's like. For me, I didn't know how to look myself in the mirror and be like, yo, you gotta lose weight, because I was just good. I was good with, I was okay with gaining weight, you know? Like, that's basically for me, that's it. Like, I tolerated it because I didn't want to face the problem. I didn't want to look at myself and be like, no, you've gone too far. Like, you've let yourself go too much, you know? Or when it comes to things like family, right? You let people say things or do things to you for so long because you've just avoided confronting them. You know, you've avoided speaking up about it. You've avoided being like, yo, I'm not actually cool with that. So when it happens again and again and again, you don't know how to deal with it. You know, when it happens from somebody else outside of your family, like, same thing. Like, you don't know how to deal with it, and that'll set you back like really far. You know, that'll set you back for years. Like, genuinely just ignoring problems, ignoring the hard things, they'll leave you unprepared for all of the other things you need to deal with when you grow up. You know, by being so passive and being so unannounced, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you just remove yourself from every situation, whether it be, you know, like drama or a problem you have with something somebody did to you, or workplace issues, things like this, when you just let it go and you just try not to associate yourself with hard things or problems or dealing with people that, you know, offend you, I guess, I don't know what the right word for that is, but you don't know how to do it at any point in your life until one day you're kind of forced to, and the only thing you know how to do is, like, either panic or you try to stand up for yourself, but you sound exactly like you don't know how to stand up for yourself, right? And it makes the other person that you're confronting or that is confronting you feel like they're in control, because they've probably done this a million times, right? That's why they're good at being the way they are. They'll just step on you because they can tell you don't know how to deal with it, you know? And you don't want to be in that situation. So, honestly, the message of this video is do the hard things, confront the things that you have been avoiding. For me, it's my weight, it's my messy room, it's my habit of sitting around doing nothing with myself, you know. Those are kind of things that I have to really look at myself in the mirror and be like, bro, you gotta take care of this. Like, you have to. Like, you've been avoiding it for so long, you've been putting it off for so long, now you don't know how to deal with it. Now you're panicking, searching for the best way to do this, the best way to lose weight, the best way to eat for losing weight. You know, I didn't think about all of this while I was doing it, because I was avoiding the fact that, you know, I was becoming overweight. And even other people would tell me things like, yo, you better watch out, you know, you better eat better, or you better get more exercise. And I just kind of ignored it because I was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. I just kind of want to eat food and be comfortable. And that didn't help me in the end, dude. It really didn't help me in the end. I ended up having a very uncomfortable relationship with food because I was, you know, it was basically a coping mechanism, because that's the only way I knew how to deal with it. Deal with outside problems. It was to just eat food and avoid the problem. You know, I'd run away, not run away, but I would kind of ignore the problem, and then I'd go do something else that would be comfortable to me. eating food was like the main thing, or I just kind of like shut everyone out and wait until things would blow over. You know, I'd just be like, whatever, I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna look myself in the mirror. I'm not gonna go exercise. I'm not gonna eat better. I'm just gonna do what I keep doing because I was okay with it, you know? As much as I hate to admit it now, but I was just okay with not being okay, with not doing the hard things because I didn't want to, and I thought like, I can worry about it later. But later is exactly when it bites you in the ass, bro. Later is exactly where you don't want to be. You know, that's not, you don't want to wait 20 more years and then realize, oh shoot, I don't know how to do anything with myself. I don't know how to do anything with my life. It's not a good place to be. It's really not. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, you know? I'm figuring it out now in my 30s. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, who it is I want to be. It's starting with tackling those problems I've been ignoring. My weight, my habits, my diet. Telling people that, you know, I didn't appreciate something they said, because you gotta stand up for yourself, dude. It's a cutthroat world nowadays in 2026. Like, people will genuinely just try to step on you and they'll be completely okay with it, you know? People will bully you online, or they'll say some stupid comment to your face. Even the kids nowadays, dude. The kids and the teenagers nowadays, they aren't afraid to say nothing, bro. I hear some kids and teenagers saying some things to each other or like to adults. Back in my day, dude, I would have got my ass beat for saying something like that. Not to say that's any better, you know, but still, like, damn, it's a very different perspective. It's almost like if you weren't prepared for the old, if the old you wasn't prepared, the new you, the current you is not going to be even more prepared, you know? That's kind of like what I'm saying. But anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Please go do the hard things, face the problems you need to face, stop ignoring everything, because it's literally just going to hurt you more in the later years. Alright, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. You can do it, bro. I know you can. I know. I believe in you.